So remember, there's this 8.6 wave. There's from the highs all the way down into August and September, where we failed to ever break out. All the market did was continue to make lower highs, right? And on this side of the wave, this longer term wave, what we needed to see was the ability to get above, start making some higher highs and move into phase 3, and we just couldn't get that. So when we broke back down through 6,000 here, that was in line with this wave, this turning point. All right. And then so for this cycle down, and then this cycle up, we had 1, 2 cycles, and then here, which was interesting, we still hadn't made a higher high above that 4,300 zone. All right. So into this turning point, which we talked about into the end of April, it's like the 3rd week in April. If you could get back above the 6,000 level, you see how we're not above pi yet? 6 is a major level. So longer term, we're not going to get any significant rally until we get back above 6. But notice now that we've turned back down this side of the longer term cycle, so it almost lines up with the rally we've had this week. So that has my attention, that we can maybe see a bigger picture rally, a longer term move. Okay, but we still got to get above 6. So there's a lot of time for a rally on the longer term wave. This move actually came. This move up came with this turning point. You guys noticed that almost to the day. So maybe you rally now into, again, this is kind of turning up to be a pretty pivotal point in time here, the end of April. So maybe we rally into 6 into that time frame. But those are the 2 points in time. And then to kind of confirm any type of longer term move with this cycle, we'll need to get it back above 6,000. And then maybe you could rally into through the summer, like June and July. So several interesting things going on there as far as the cycles go. And then from a trend perspective, and this here again just went bounce. Hold on, let me look at equities here that have just opened up. Coming off a little bit. May buy S&Ps here. May buy S&Ps from this knockdown. Pretty good 1 minute drop. Oh, I'm gonna nibble. Back to BTC. So that was cyclically, we had a turning point on the smaller wave almost for the day. Again, there's pretty good turning point into April. It'll be interesting to see if we rally to 6,000 and then either fail there or are able to break through. If we can close like on a weekly level on the other side into May above 6,000, then we should rally, I think, until at least June. But if you fail at 6, then it's going to be more of the same. I know the intermediate term looks good, but the long term is still not bullish. From a trend perspective, oh, I was going to say this about the cycles too. So that was the 8.6 wave, which is a fixed wave cycle. This is the stochastic, which is an oscillator. So it's oscillating around the price. And that has been down. I mean, we've talked about how it stayed high for this entire move. And then it finally did cross. And it's just been down ever since. But this was really low. And we finally crossed up here these last 3 months. So this is pretty bullish on this wave, on this cycle. But again, we still have these bands in the breakdown level, right? The weekly cycles, same kind of thing. It was low, starting to come back up. So there's some opportunity now on the next pullback, whether it's on the weekly or daily level, to get involved on the long side. So as we're coming out of some of these alts, guys, out of Cardano, you should be taking profits on Binance. It's these next daily, this next daily and weekly cycle pullback that there's going to be opportunity on the long side again. In BTC, in alts, the daily cycle is high. So I was telling guys yesterday, if you were largely in cash, like I've largely been in cash in the crypto portfolio. Now I'm more interested in putting some of the cash or some of that tether to work, or USD stablecoin stuff. Put some of that cash to work on the next pullback. So we've got this real money candle now. Like I took some profit into this resistance area. You could put that back on. I mean, if you wanted to have some BTC exposure, you just buy it right here. But you got to be a little bit lighter. And then what you want is the next pullback to accumulate more. That would be the pullback into the gift zone. That's kind of what we want. But I think now we can focus. You can start thinking about increasing your BTC positions in the right spots, put the cycles on the right side of the cycles. And that means there's going to be a little bit more opportunity to trade some of this stuff versus BTC. Like these alts. If you get the pullbacks, Litecoin, look at this chart. If you get the pullbacks now, you can start trading around versus BTC and try to build up that BTC positions. I like starting to think about that. And so instead of being more in dollars and more in Tether or the stable coins, starting to rotate into trading this stuff versus BTC a little bit more and trying to accumulate BTC, I think makes a lot of sense. There's one thing I hadn't done in a while is look at all these pairs versus euros just one way. Guys, if you sold a euro this morning, euro versus dollar, I think this is a place where you cover. If you sold anything up here, I just covered a piece on the euro. And then I'm watching this here on euro yen. If we can get a little bit of a bounce. Oh, what I was going to do on BTC, just finish this update, is want to look at the relative value on some of these versus each other. Yeah, I thought Litecoin, so Litecoin and Cardano versus BTC is kind of sticking out on the rich side. Binance actually looks a little bit cheaper. Ether's kind of on the cheaper side. Ethereum's finally made a higher high above 160. That was the level I was watching there. Litecoin's just screaming. I want to be a buyer on the pullbacks, guys. This market's definitely had a tone shift. Definitely had a tone shift. Anyway, with better buyers, we've had good plays on things like Cardano and Binance. I want to continue to ride that stuff, but you're at some levels where it makes sense to take some profits, and then the next pullback on these daily and weekly cycle is a buying opportunity for sure. And like I said, I like kind of starting to increase the BTC core position now in the next pullback.